Hello. We do. Last name's Eckman, E-C-K. Yep.
Welcome back to another episode of A Riveting Adventure. In last week's episode, we filled you in on our recent rig upgrades and some big changes for our family. In today's episode, we're diving into the upgrades we made inside our Airstream, specifically why the double twin setup in our 2025 Flying Cloud just wasn't working for us. We're going to give you a full tour of the trailer and show you around. Plus, we're kicking off our trip down south. What started as a quick getaway to Myrtle Beach during the kids' school vacation turned into a full-blown adventure road trip when we decided to take them out of school for an extra week and head all the way down to Florida's beautiful Space Coast. So follow along as we begin our journey from New England to Florida. Episode 3, A Trip Down South. It's pretty. Right here. Is it a book?
Mm-hmm.
Are we sharing?
Nope.
It's just like our last place in July.
They put the electricity all the way at the front of the site. Like, I don't have a water hose long enough to. Like, I gotta pump through and waste all that space.
So looks like we are gonna have to unhook, even though this is a pull-through site, because of where all the utilities are.
Yeah, okay. Go all the way.
There's one right there, and there's one right there. You can do it, Dexter. It's just like at home. Come on. So, Eric, a lot of things went wrong today.
A lot of things went wrong.
Our shower head broke. Our Starlink won't work. What else? I know there's more and I can't think. Today's Dusty's birthday. He had sundown syndrome tonight, poor guy. And he's finally been resting. Dexter won't get on the ottoman, which is exactly like the one at home.
Come on, fatty. Come on.
And I bought that for him so that he would get on the bed.
There you go.
Oh, no, that's cheating. He's supposed to jump up.
Cheater. Here. No.
No, he's supposed to jump on the bed to get it. You're letting him cheat. He knows it. Yes! Good boy! Yeah, good boy.
Good boy.
He goes, where's that one go? You already ate it. All right, Dexter. Dexter.
Don't
All right.
go back. There you go.
I think that was your good boy. You see how easy that was? He goes, oh, I know you got another one. So fast forward into the next morning, and what you don't see is that just before this clip, this poor man actually sprayed himself in the face when water from the fresh hose ricocheted off the inside of his black tank hose. It was absolutely disgusting. No gloves, no protective gear, just standing there getting splashed in the face with contaminated water. Then he walked right into his RV without washing his hands. This whole area was a mess, and this is exactly why you should never use water at the dump station to fill your fresh tank. And that's exactly why there is dump station etiquette.
No washing his hands before he touches the steering wheel. Gross, dude.
Okay, so we are on the road again. We're leaving Virginia. This
Pokemon
is
State Park.
Pocahontas State Park. How's everybody doing today?
Doing good.
My favorite state. One of them.
We love Virginia. It's so beautiful.
I feel good. I got up early. I got my run in. Feel relaxed and calm.
I feel like I got good sleep last night, or at least better than I have been. So
We got 500 miles to cover today, so
Riley?
see how it goes. Welcome to North Carolina.
made it to North Carolina.
North Carolina, come on and raise up. Take your shirt off, twist it around your head, spin like a helicopter.
Oh my god. It's a bumpy ride.
There's a couple big bumps that really upset the trailer.
We are currently on 95 South. We are in North Carolina. It is 83 degrees. We're making really great time today. All the other days have been a little bit more slow. Yesterday was okay, but the first day we hit gridlock. We lost about 2 hours. We ended up getting to the campsite when it was dark and we were all sort of stressed. And are we having fun yet?
Love it.
Yesterday was a little stressful, but I think we're kind of getting more into the swing of things for this third day of travel. So we're good. We're going to be spending the night in Georgia tonight. That's the plan. When we go over this bridge, we're going to be in Georgia.
Yep. We have this bridge.
Sweet.
There were a bunch of palm trees. So in the middle of this river is the border.
We're entering Georgia! Woo!
Bye, South Carolina.
Middle of the river is Georgia. South Carolina! South
Hello, Georgia!
Georgia!
Oh, yep, there's a big beach on the sign.
Hey, Georgia. Never been to Georgia either. What's my big Georgia? Sweet! Hey, Georgia. I've been to Georgia!
So we are in the forest in Georgia. We're about an hour north of Florida. It is so very different from any forest up in the Northeast. There's Spanish moss, there's palms. It's wild. And there's also these black flies everywhere and they bite. How's it going, guys?
Good.
You having fun?
Yeah.
Almost to Florida.
I'm so psyched. We're listening to some hot red chili peppers.
Excellent. All right, I'm gonna turn this off because the flies are like
Yeah,
going wild. Do you want to pull up your
we'll see
window?
you guys in a little bit.
Okay.
So weird, these fairy lights cause a flicker.
Why? Why do you think that might be?
I'm not sure. I'm filming you though.
Oh. It's a little exciting, I'm sure. Peeling an onion.
They're one of your specialties.
Ah! Don't make fun of my onion cutting ability.
That's
This knife isn't that great. I like that one. This one's not that sharp.
time to get a new one.
what do we got going on? I guess I'm here in the water. So we've got a dishwasher in our Airstream.
Sort of have a dishwasher.
So show us the dishwasher, Eric.
So this is the Hava dishwasher, and I think it's designed for RVs and for apartments, people that have small spaces, but it's very, very small.
And it's kind
We
of
have a bowl, a coffee cup, a shaker bottle, 4 plates, a lid, and a couple forks and knives, and we're maxed out.
yeah.
The amount of time that I spent pulling this thing out of the cabinet and filling it with water,
And then loading it, yeah.
I
it's
pretty much just could have washed this. So
Yeah.
it was a good idea to try. I think this is a failed experiment. Like, I couldn't put pots and pans in there.
Right, we
I
still gotta
can't
hand
fit-
wash those.
I can't fit a little quarter sheet pan or that cutting
Yeah.
board. It just doesn't fit anything. So it doesn't really save a lot of time
Yeah.
because we still have to wash things. I'm washing stuff right now. So
Right.
the thing that I liked the most about it is that a dishwasher is way more efficient on water.
Right. When we're hand washing, I feel like it's easy to waste water because you're
We're wasting the time,
rinsing
so let's
and yeah.
Oh, great. Yeah. When I started doing the dishes, we were at 38% in the gray tank, and now we're at 50%.
Wow. And we haven't even run the dishwasher
So
yet.
I used 12% of the gray tank, just hand washing this
pan.
pot, cutting board, and
a couple
cookie sheet, and
things,
like
yeah.
a few other things. So this won't use nearly that. So that's the advantage of this, but it just doesn't fit enough stuff to really pay for itself because we still got to fill up the tank.
Okay, so the kids are riding bikes right now, so it might be a good opportunity to show some of the things that we have in the Airstream and where things are, because we've been living in here for a week and a half, right? And we're kind of learning as we go where things are, what works, what doesn't work. Yesterday, I spent probably a solid 3 hours going through all of my stuff and taking things out that don't fit, that are kind of just crammed. I way overpacked for clothes for myself and for the kids and with shoes. So I tucked away a lot of that stuff that I know I'm just not going to get into and wear. All the jeans and sweaters and sweatshirts, I packed way too many. Like, I'm actually wearing a sweatshirt because the air conditioner is kind of cool in here, but I certainly don't need it anywhere else that we're going. So we're cleaning up from dinner right now. So, you know, it's lived in here. Every day I have to clean, you know, the bathroom and the kitchen and kind of deep clean the trailer. So all of these cabinets open. You want to open that last one? Okay, so up in this top cabinet, we've got the Starlink internet routers and things like that. We did just get Starlink so that we have fast internet. This is a plastic bin of more bins of various sizes in case we have other stuff that we're looking to organize while we're on the trip. Up here we have paper plates, plastic cups in case we need them for quick meals and things like that where we don't want to use our plates to have to wash them each time. We've got some snacks and breakfast items up here. This is sauces, breads, vitamins, things like that. This is our dishes. We've got all plasticware, cups, plates, bowls. We've got a couple of cups for coffee and some extra paper towels. Up here, we've got a colander that expands and fits the sink, which is perfect for the RV. And then we will store a toaster up here as well as a coffee maker. So we have a Keurig machine and a toaster that live up there as well. And we've got a drying dish rack that we keep underneath the sink. So when we are doing dishes, we just pull that out, and we've got some utensils that we can stow away. So everything that's out can be stowed. Under here, this is an awesome gadget. It's actually a salad bowl that's expandable and a salad spinner all in one. So you put your salad in there and you can spin it and clean it.
You can do veggies.
Perfect. We'll actually use this bowl a lot for a what do we call that? A dish.
Yeah, just a serve.
A dish pan. Oh, I couldn't think of that word. Dish pan or a salad bowl. So it's compact. It's great. So we've got a lot of our randoms that you would have in your kitchen in here, like our scissors, can opener, peelers. This is actually a trivet that opens up. So it fills there. See? It's a trivet and it takes up like no space. This is where we keep those types of utensils. In this drawer, we've got all of our pots and pans. We've got cast iron for eggs in the morning, pot holders, all of our pots and pans, another colander with some lids. These all like nest in here perfectly, so that works great. Under here, it looks like it would be a drawer, but it's not. It pulls down. We've got dishwasher, cleaning tabs, zippy bags, cooking sprays, various types of oils for cooking. This is a microwave and an air fryer. And beneath it, we've got cutlery, more zippy bags, aluminum foil, knives, more utensil stuff. This is another pull down. And it's kind of empty right now because most of the stuff is outside by the Blackstone griddle, but this is where we keep that stuff. And then underneath the sink, we have, I actually just took the trash out, so we got to get a new bag in there. Hey, so this is voiceover Lish, and to avoid boring you to death, there are a multitude of cleaning things underneath the sink, like dog food, drying racks, disinfectant wipes, trash bags, you know, stuff like that. Okay, and then to the left of the stove, we've primarily got snacks, cooking items, we've got protein powders, and it's kind of a mix of things in here, but we are actually pretty organized. We know where stuff is. Here we've got all of our spices. We've got our scale, extra napkins, some Peeps, coffee, Keurig cups. We've got vitamins. And down here, we've got dish towels, dishcloths, all of that sort of stuff. You can tell I need to clean the floor. This is a daily thing. Happens at least once or twice a day. All of these cabinets are open, as you can tell, and they are soft close. The refrigerator with a really generous size closet cabinet. You can see how huge it is. This is where we keep the dishwasher, the air fryer, and then I've got a fabric bag right here that's filled with extra towels. Awesome for just keeping organized. The top drawer is our junk drawer. These are all your miscellaneous things that you need to have handy. Second drawer, we've got snacks, dog treats, and then we've got the kids' clothes drawers here. So you can kind of tell what you can fit. Everything's kind of a mess right now, but we've got the bottom bunk here. Nobody made their beds today, but we do usually try to do that daily. Here's the upper bunk.
Hi.
Perfect.
Hi.
You guys have your own bedrooms, basically.
It's awesome.
Okay, and then this door leads to the bathroom, which is a very generous size. We've got a full-size porcelain toilet with a walk-in shower. So it is not a wet bath. You have an entire shower to yourself. We've been keeping our dirty laundry in a mesh bag in here. It's not the prettiest thing to look at, but it does save on space. And I've added some hooks just to help us with some organization. I actually used a pencil to make a line to hang these, and I need a magic eraser to get it off, but I know we'll be able to. So the bathroom has a mirror adhered to the door, and we've added a shelf just for extra storage and to be able to store like the soap and everything when we're traveling. And then underneath of the sink, there's a lot of generous storage. Pretty much everything that we would possibly need is on board. Okay, and then we've got some seating areas. Everything's a mess right now. So just remember, this is very, very lived in at the moment. Dexter, dinner is coming soon, buddy. It's coming. So we've got a nice dinette that folds out into 2 beds. So technically this is like a double where 2 adults could sleep here. And then technically 2 adults could sleep on the top bunk as well as the bottom bunk. And then the sofa area where Eric is sitting would pull out, and that is also probably a twin bed. And when I say pull out, I mean basically you just remove that back cushion.
Yeah, it doesn't pull out like a trundle that some Airstreams have.
Yeah, you would remove the cushion.
It's basically a twin bed.
Yep, twin width. All right, and messy bed at the moment. Okay, so before we got the Airstream, we were really like on the fence, right? Because we didn't know if we wanted the double twin or if we wanted the queen. So we're in a 2025 Flying Cloud
FB Bunk.
Thank you. Yeah, so 30-foot front bedroom, 2 bunks, and what makes 2025 unique over the other years.
Yeah, 2024 is my
Oh, okay, so not...
So 2024 is when...
I thought the 2024 model didn't have... I thought it had a twin on the top.
Nope, 2024 is just like this.
Okay.
But if we were going to buy a 2024, we were shopping in 2024, it was late 2024, and the models that were out then happened in 2025. There weren't used 2024s on the market in 2024.
Right. So we were like...
Because they had this bunkhouse Airstream for, I don't know, it's been around for a while, but the way they were doing the rear bunkhouse prior to 2024 was essentially a queen bed in the bottom, and the upper bunk was just a partial.
Yeah,
so
it was like a twin.
It was like a
real twin size.
Which left a bunch of... It was like a lofted bunk bed.
And then there was like all kinds of space that was just there. I don't know, it was weird. And
it's also less privacy for the kids because whoever was going to be on the upper bunk...
You know they'd be hanging down,
right,
tormenting them.
Hanging down, tormenting, bombing them with whatever they're going to throw out of the bed. And just, in general, it just wasn't going to be as nice of a space. It wasn't going to be... Now it's like they each have their own little bedroom. They have a queen bed size bedroom. Everyone can get a private little space. And sometimes when you're on the road for a long time, this is a 16-day trip, sometimes everyone needs to go to their little corners for a little bit. And it's nice to have them be able to go into those beds rather than basically be in a shared bedroom with bunk beds. So that made the 2024 a lot more desirable to us.
You have to do his food over here so that guy doesn't eat it. Come on. That's terrible. Okay. Okay, so we're back from feeding the dogs. Okay, so why did we buy this trailer? We chose the one that was double twin because that's what the lot had, and the guy talked us into it.
It was in stock. It had exterior storage. It had internal floor space in between the beds. It's, like when you're in there, it's bigger. You can walk in between, use it like a living room.
Right, like when you've got 2 twin beds, right? You've got the aisle, so you can get dressed in the aisle. And we're like, that sounds good. But for me, I think what ultimately helped me decide that this is the one that we wanted was because he said if you have the queen, you can't convert it to anything else. But if you have the double twins, you could always make it into a queen bed. So we're like, okay, well, let's try it and see. So we brought it home. How many nights did we sleep in it before we decided that it wasn't for us?
One night.
One night. And we woke up and I was like, I don't like this. And he's like, I don't either.
Lucy and Desi.
Yeah, it was just weird. And they're not twin. They're smaller than twins. They're 4 inches more narrow.
Not only are they twins, they're a weird shape because they're in the corner. Everything in an Airstream's curved.
It's like a half circle at your head.
It's curved up at your head. And we slept in it. We brought it home the middle of October. It was getting cool. It was not cold yet. And that first night,
the walls get cold.
It was cold. I slept cold.
Yeah.
And I don't sleep cold.
Yeah, and like the dogs like to sleep with us too. So then it's like, well, who's going to sleep with me and who's going to sleep with you? And then there's no room for your feet. It was just stupid.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
So yeah, it was just like a no-go. So then it was like, okay, great. We've got this like, you know, brand new travel trailer and now we gotta like do a construction project. But Eric was cool with it. We decided he figured out all the logistics of how to make it work. So we actually converted it to a king bed. Okay, hold up. Let's rewind. So as you can see, this is our trailer the day we brought her home. The front bedroom came with 2 twin beds, which is pretty standard for this layout. But we wanted a king, so Eric got straight to work. He installed a large piece of plywood to bridge the gap between the 2 twin platforms, creating a solid foundation for a king mattress, and built custom cabinet boxes fit on either side of the bed. The tops have hinges, so you can lift them and store whatever you need. There's a ton of extra storage. He also added matching raised nightstands with little shelves and light veneer with a soft gray top to match the Airstream interior. Before we jump to the cozy part, here's a peek at the underbed storage. It's hard to reach, but perfect for things we don't need daily, like extra water, paper towels, etc. So here's the finished space. We added fairy lights and created a soft, cozy bed that fits all 4 of us and the dogs for movie night. It's perfect. Now back to our regularly scheduled program. And there's also lots of really great storage above the bed as well as underneath the bed. You just have to be kind of lumber to get under there. So I told Eric that I need that rolly thing.
Mechanics paper.
Yeah, to get under there and like get the stuff. Because it's kind of, I can get under there and then I can't get out.
It slides out for storage.
Yeah.
So we maintained that.
Right, and that's not going to work. It's not going to work for everybody. Like we're kind of smaller people, so for us to like climb under there and put stuff back there, I can do that with like extra clothes that I decided to pull out of the dressers that were too much to bring. But you're not going to want to put anything back there that you actually need to access. But
it's almost like the attic or the cellar.
Totally.
It's like long-term storage.
Because you built this king bed on top, you know, he put a platform down, and so underneath of it, what used to be the aisle is now just like a big empty space. So I can put a giant bin, all kinds of stuff under there to access. So it's still really great storage and it works for us. Also, with a king bed or with a queen, if we had converted this to a queen, because it's built into the trailer, you can't walk around it no matter what size the mattress. So for us, it's no big deal to just like climb up on top of the bed and just like shimmy your way to your spot in the mattress, but that's not going to work for everybody.
It's not as graceful. It's a little bit of a shimmy.
I don't mind shimmying.
Yeah, it's definitely not as smooth as just walking.
Ew, you can see it go through?
You kind of need to have that so you can make sure that you'll flush it. Black comes the gray to clean everything out.
These flies, whatever they are,
Yeah, they're nasty.
they are big time pests.
They like me.
Me too. Okay, I'm out of here. This is gross.
2.5 miles. So excited.
Should I wake up, Bennett?
Yeah, you want to wake up? Yeah, I'll wake up. 2 miles into Florida. Wake up. Look outside.
Bennett, we're almost to the line to Florida.
We're in Georgia right now. Okay, we're back to sleep. Dexter's really excited, as you can tell. He looks very enthusiastic right now.
He looks wicked excited.
He looks like he's so excited. He's like, yay! Very excited. By the way, this has been the whole trip. It's been the whole way.
The river. This is the state line.
Right by the polar bear.
The bridge is going to be
45 miles.
Bennett, once we pass this bridge, baby, we're gonna be in Florida.
0.5 miles. Half a mile.
Half a mile, we're gonna be in Florida, Bennett.
0.2.
He's like, yeah, okay. That's cool.
The entire way's been like, Florida.
And
We're in Georgia. We're in Georgia.
There's the sign. We are in
we
Florida.
made it.
Woo!
Turn on
Yay.
Eric, you did it.
Drove to Florida.
The camera didn't turn on and I missed
Took
it.
a little bit longer than the last time I did it.
Yeah, a little bit.
Welcome to the state of Florida, the Sunshine State.
Nice.
Yay.
You guys are so cute. Bennett's out.
Let's move here. I love Florida.
Dusty's out.
Florida, it looks already.
I already know it's Florida.
So we made it. We made it all the way down to Florida from New England. Our very first long trip towing our 30-foot Airstream. It took us a solid 3 days plus a 4-hour drive on the 4th day to finally reach our destination in New Smyrna Beach. Join us in the next episode as we take you along to some of the awesome stops we made during this epic 16-day journey down south. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.